Welcome to the HELLYWOOD SLAB. I am your host, Dr. Morgus Rotten. This is my assistant,
Mortis.
So we'd
What's
like, we'd like you to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, know when we're doing new videos and whatnot. We would really appreciate it. It would help move things along. This video is going to be a little bit different because usually we do horror movies, but we are going to be venturing into the realm of retro video games.
There's a lot of good horror in those,
Yes,
too.
actually there is. Today we're actually going to be talking about the Blaze Evercade, which is a console that initially came out in May of 2020. This was the original handheld. Yay, it's really cool stuff. You know, it was missing extra triggers. You know, really nice floating D-pad, kind of like a Sega Genesis. Nice clicky buttons. Screen was really nice. I really enjoyed this system. The thing with Blaze is funny is it's kind of followed me to a degree. The first time I had heard of Blaze back in the day, I was actually writing articles for a small publication called Classic Video Gamer Magazine. And I got to review the Fire Core, which was a Sega Genesis handheld that was released by Hyperkin and Inex, which is now known as Retrobit.
Okay.
Now, what was funny is Blaze was also releasing the Fire Core, but over in the UK. I wanted to get one to review that too, so I could do all three of them. But that didn't work out. And then later, I had also seen that Blaze had released a Atari handheld that just had preloaded Atari games. It was kind of like a weird time where Atari was kind of trying to license all their 2600 stuff out to everybody they could to try to
sell, buy.
They were trying to keep some kind of a relevance in a market that was
fading,
gone. Atari had kind of burnt themselves, and Blaze kind of helped them. You know, At Games, God help us, and some other systems actually, or other little companies actually helped, and then you know they kind of did their own thing. But Blaze came along and came up with the Evercade. To be honest with you, when I had first heard about it, and I'm seeing videos, I wasn't sure if this thing was going to happen because there's been so many times that we've seen stuff like this. In television, Amico, we're definitely looking at you.
And any little company that would come out with something relevantly close to this, you'd never see it again after that year. It just gone.
And the thing that was sad, though, is a lot of stuff was being leveraged at Blaze because they were out of the UK. As, they'll never be Nintendo, they'll never be Microsoft, they'll never be PlayStation. It's like, I don't think that's what they're trying to do.
No.
They're trying to fill a market. It's a niche market. But those of us that do like retro games, one of the things that's very nice about the Evercade is the fact that you get physical cartridges. And, you know, you could sit there and talk about, you could just buy like a Retroid Pocket 5, for example, or the newest Ambernick handheld, which those are just getting out of control. It's like there's a new one every month from Ambernick. It's like, or there's a new 3 every month from Ambernick. And don't get me wrong, they're nice, but it's like a lot of them just do the same thing over and over again. But again, you're still, you know, in the gray area of piracy, whatever. I mean, I don't want to discuss that here because that's not the thing. What makes Evercade nice is, you know, there's people like me who still really enjoy physical media, as I'm sure you've heard my rants. So we're not going to do that here.
The hard copies.
Yes, but what's really cool is that, you know, Blaze is taking the time to sign contracts with these older game publishers.
Yeah.
Some of these games you've not seen in years in physical form.
I'm liking the fact that it's not just one company. That, like, they're hitting every freaking
Namco,
console.
Atari, Data East, Pico's got stuff on there. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming out from the indies also. They've had 3 indie collections, and we know a 4th one is coming, as well as fun games like Xenocrisis and Tanglewood and Demons of Asterborg and the Aster Bros. Really cool stuff, man. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. What's really nice is you have the original Evercade, and then you had the Versus come later, which was a console that actually hooked up to the TV. And this was really cool because now you could just take all your Evercade stuff and actually play it on your TV. What's really nice about these things, you know, they come in these nice little boxes like this. I understand, but
you like to hold it.
It's all color and stuff. You actually get a manual Unlike new games that are coming out now, that's actually in color and has all this really nice information and stuff about the games. It's really, really cool. And I know a lot of you people know about this stuff, but a lot of you don't, because a lot of people have missed it. You know, Jailco, Arcade, these are arcade games, but they do a lot of home console. Yeah, their home console stuff is, you know, the main meat and potatoes of it. But we've even had PC stuff from the Amiga, the Commodore 64. I mean, the stuff I'm surprised we haven't seen yet, really, as far as like a whole collection. I'm waiting for ZX Spectrum, you know, especially since we're coming out of the UK. I mean, hell, we got all the Dizzy games, which I had never played a Dizzy game until the Evercade. And to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I'm not British enough to really love these games. I mean, they're okay. But you guys, you know, I guess, you know, you can have your Sonic the Hedgehog character. And I'm glad that you guys were able to enjoy these games when you were growing up. But this has introduced me even to some stuff I had never played before. Then came the Evercade EXP, which was a really nice upgrade to the original Evercade. It has more RAM, it has more power, it has a much better screen. The buttons are a little bit better, the D-pad's about the same, which was really nice because the original, one of the things I loved about it is they did a floating D-pad style, which I've always loved Sega. I've loved Sega's controllers. Even, you know, my favorite video game console, the TurboGrafx 16, had a floating style D-pad. And, well, maybe not floating, but it's like a solid circle with the D-pad on top. And it just gives you much better control of the games, especially fighting games. Which,
yeah, because the combos, man. You need the combos.
Yeah, you need that. This thing had Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. Oh, no, Street Fighter 2 Turbo on it. And yeah, man, but I tell you, the AI on it is like, you know, some of the other re-releases will kick your ass all over it, but it's
right.
Great. I love it. I love it. And I mean, if you don't have the Versus unit, which you really should, but you can also run this through HDMI. And even the original one, you could run it through HDMI to your TV. And it was cool. It was really awesome. The only thing, I have to bring this up about the Versus. The one thing that upset me, the damn Namco discs don't work. Because they only license them for the portable console. So, no Splatterhouse 2 and 3.
That sucks because, like, I love Splatterhouse.
Oh, I love Splatterhouse.
For those of you who have never played or heard of Splatterhouse, please, go play it. You're going to look at it and go, what is this Jason Voorhees knockoff? No, it is not. It is amazing. Go play it.
Oh, Clay Fighter 2.
Clay Fighter 2?
Clay Fighter or Clay Fighter 2. The Clay Fighter games are on there.
Oh, wow.
You know, but well, like, to be honest with you, the whole first month and a half that I had the thing, all I played was Booger Man.
So, what of your favorite games horror-wise, so our horror fans?
Oh, they just came out with the Legacy of Kain collection, and you get Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, and Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver on the one cartridge. I have a feeling we covered
this game a few months ago.
I brought it up because it was just coming out, but we didn't really talk about it because it was a quick clip. But look, the company is growing. Okay, Blaze had a miracle in the fact that since 2020 they have sold over 1 million cartridges. Wow. Which may not seem like a big deal to all you people that are like kissing Microsoft, Nintendo's, and Sony's butts, but
for you out there who are independent people, like independent horror people that have to put your movie out, 1 million copies is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they were able to do that, and it's only about to get bigger because you'll understand why I made this video in a minute. But, dude, this system is really, really cool. They just released revisions of the Versus and the EXP that are cheaper now, $100 each. Not too bad. I can't remember which comes with one. One of them comes with the Tomb Raider collection, which is Tomb Raider Trilogy. And even if you already have it or you can get one used, these games, that's the other kicker. When the Evercade first started in the U.S., because I'm not going for the U.K. prices, because I want to cover this in the U.S., there's only been 3 other people in the U.S. that I'm aware of that have really given the Evercade good coverage, and that's the immortal John Hancock, RGT85, and Mad Little Pixel. And if you love video games, you should be watching these guys' videos because they're great. And, you know, especially if you like Nintendo, guess what, RGT? You're a Nintendo YouTuber, and I love you for it. But anyway, the Nintendo, everyone's, you know, excited about the Nintendo Switch successor, but I'm excited about the news that, you know, Blaze just released. But the point is, you got the revisions. The revisions are only like $100 each.
Okay.
Evercade cartridges, when they first started, were $20.
How much are they now?
For a regular Evercade cartridge is $22.99. And for the advanced ones, which is the ones that got the CD games on them, because they need more,
Room?
$24.99.
Can't beat that.
No, you can't beat that at all. Not at all. Not for these collections. I mean, look, I'm a PlayStation fan. I went out and I bought Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And, man, I spent, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain's another one that I had to track down. Had I known these were coming to the Evercade, I would have waited. But, you know, I'm not going to lie, I paid $50 for Legacy of Kain.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I just bought Blood Omen Legacy of Kain and Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver for $24.99 for both games.
I'm just looking at your Duke Nukem collection.
Yes, so that's the thing. They're starting to get big. Yeah, they're getting bigger stuff, Duke Nukem. I know a couple of people are like, oh, they used the PlayStation version. How stupid. Who cares? Okay, so if you don't like this controller, what you need to do is get yourself another controller, because the Evercade Versus has it built into where you can use other third-party controllers and whatnot. Yeah. So get yourself an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller or some other, you know.
That's pretty epic.
8-bit Do, you know, does some really good third-party controllers and stuff, and plug it in, and there you go. How
much is one of these Versus?
Okay, so now you can get them for $100.
Don't mess with me.
No, it's $100. $100. And on top of that, if you really want to get cool, they also just released the Evercade Alphas.
What's the Alpha?
Those are bar top arcade machines. They're actually really, really cool. And not only do they have built-in games, you know, the Capcom games that you can no longer get in the EXP, of course. But there's also one that's just Mega Man and stuff like that. You know, Striders on there and whatnot. And you can actually use the Evercade cartridges in them.
We're going to ruin people's Christmases.
Yeah, I hope. I hope more people buy this stuff, because you know what, Blaze?
We're not a sponsor.
No. We're not.
Just really like the games.
Yeah, we're not being sponsored by Blaze at all. I'm a huge fan.
Please sponsor us, Blaze.
Yeah, I really, really, really do like the Evercade, and I would love to do some reviews for them of stuff coming out. The thing I guess that makes me sad, though, is there were some limited edition stuff that came out that, because of the lovely scalpers and flippers, I wasn't able to get the purple Evercade. I wasn't able to get the Black Founders editions that came out. I really wanted the Duke Nukem. The Duke Nukem Versus was so awesome, man. That thing's like $400 on eBay now, and it's like, you guys are on crack, man. I mean, I would love to get that. And Hyper Megatech, which is their other little project. These little handhelds that got built-in games, right? And it's got like a 2.8-inch screen. They cost like $60, whatever. And they also play Evercade cartridges too.
Oh, wow.
So there's like so many ways to play these things, okay? But the big news was that Blaze was able to land a contract with SNK.
Oh boy.
So we're going to be getting Neo Geo games in some form. I'm sure we're probably going to get an Evercade Alpha. Okay, so
that'd be great. Imagine having all of them.
But Blaze, you guys, I hope you're watching this video. Okay, I've been a fan of the Evercade from the day it came out. I ordered it. It took me a while for it to get here because of the fact that I had to order it from England, the UK, or wherever it's coming from. I don't want to say England, but the UK. Because I didn't, at the time, companies like Songbird, which carries the things, Castlemania, which carries the stuff for it too in the US, didn't have it yet. So, and Amazon was a total crapshoot. I ordered the stuff and Amazon canceled my order, and it really sucked. But Funstock, for those of you that can't find it here in the US, can't find the stuff in the US, Funstock, man, check Funstock out. You can get all the stuff from there. But Blaze, please give us Neo Geo cartridges. Don't just give us a Hyper Megatech handheld or an alpha. Give us cartridges, man. This is what the platform you built this console on, and a lot of us bought it because of this. So we really, 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 really want cartridges. We don't just want a couple alphas and a couple hyper megatechs. I know that you announced that you're going to be announcing these things in 2025 and 2026. So we have a little bit of a roadmap of a few things they're going to be doing. And man, I'm telling you, you bring me Magician Lord, Ninja Combat, some King of Fighters stuff, Samurai Showdown, of course, Metal Slug.
Bit by bit, man.
Hey, I'm even down for Fighters History Dynamite, which nobody played, I swear. I did, though. I loved it. Give us the Double Dragon fighting game. Give us some deep cuts, too. I mean, come on. Last Blade. But, man, please bring them to cartridge. Don't just put them on a console and then expect us to buy another console. It would just be, the thing. And I mean, you want to. Here's my prediction. Okay, I'm telling you, Blaze really is right there on becoming a serious major player in the video games. They could be something different. They could be competition at the end of the day to Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo.
I think they would be if they can get more word out.
That's what we're trying to do.
So
if they sold 1 million copies,
yeah,
it's 1 million copies.
So, in other words, we're going to be doing more reviews with the Evercade throughout next year, showing you, of course, the horror games and stuff like that.
Right.
But if you see something in the video of the game that you want to see a review on and see how it plays and how the action is, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear.
Tell us. I'd love to review some of these games and get you guys pumped for this thing. Enjoy the Evercade. It's actually a really, really nice little system, and the price is right.
Yeah.
The price on the games is amazing.
We'll leave a link in the bio so you can find it for yourself.
Yeah. Check out Evercade's page and check it out. Enjoy it. Play it. Bring your kids home. Show them some of the games that you used to play when you were a kid. And that's the thing. The last point. Being a retro gamer is very expensive now.
Yes,
it's
because some
ridiculous.
of those consoles are way more than.
It's not the consoles; it's the games.
Did you see how much they're charging for the PS2s and 3s?
Too much. I don't know, and I don't.
You could buy all of this and still not have enough money.
Well, here's the thing, man. All I can say is, I got back into TurboGrafx collecting, and wow, those prices are just stupid. It's like TurboGrafx has become the new Neo Geo. And that's the thing. I would love to have some Neo Geo cartridges that don't cost an arm and a leg that I can enjoy playing. So the point being is, Blaze, please give us some cartridges. Gamers, support Blaze. They're really doing something cool. The fact that you can actually have physical copies and whatnot, and it's not all digital and costing an arm and a leg.
And it's physical copies.
Right. And full color manuals and everything, man. So give it a shot. Even if you just get one of the handhelds, man. Even if at the end of the day you don't like it, I'm sure you could give it to somebody who would. And,
that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, because I know a lot of us like to be on the road, and those handhelds are good. And, we enjoy our Steam Deck, and it's basically just ripping it. But if you have the hard copy and you have your favorite game with you that you can't get somewhere else and you don't want to rent it over and over and over and over and over and over, this is a good choice.
Well, yeah, and Evercade doesn't cost $800,
right?
$700.
Yeah.
So even at their base model at $300 is still cheaper. So, all right, but anyway, stay scared, enjoy some video games, happy holidays, and we'll see you guys shortly.
Yep.